All right, let's get into it. Today, we're not just listening to a hit song, we're treating it like a business textbook. We're going to crack open the lyrics of I Get the Bag by Gucci Mane and Migos to uncover what is, honestly, a surprisingly detailed philosophy on how to build wealth. Okay, let's start right here. This one line from Quavo, it's not just the catchy chorus, it's the entire thesis of the song. Right away, it sets up the two big economic ideas that everything else is going to build on. So on one side, you've got fumbling the bag. Think of that as just inefficiency. It's waste. It's letting wealth slip through your fingers. But on the other side, you've got flipping and tumbling. That's an active, aggressive strategy. It's all about reinvestment and growth. The song's whole argument is that just getting the money is not the point. The real goal is to make that money start working for you. To really get this, we're going to break it all down into 5 key parts. We'll start by defining the lingo, then look at the assets, the risks involved, and finally, what the song holds up as the ultimate goal, total, complete financial freedom.
So, first things first. Before we can talk about flipping and tumbling, we have to know what we're working with. What exactly is the bag?
So, the bag isn't just spending money or your paycheck. In the world of this song, it's your seed capital. It's the initial investment that gets the whole economic engine running. It's the absolute starting point for everything that follows. And check this out. The term on fleek gets applied directly to the product, the dope on fleek. This is way more than just slang. It's basically a statement on quality control. It's saying that a top-tier product is a core business principle, something that's absolutely essential for success, even if, or maybe especially if, you're in an unregulated market. Okay, so you've got the bag, and you've got a high-quality product. Where does all that capital go? Well, the lyrics actually give us a super detailed list of assets that serve 2 purposes. They're status symbols, for sure, but they're also proof that the system is working. When you look at it this way, the lyrics almost read like a company's expense report. The money flows into hard assets, things like cars and watches, but it also goes into business infrastructure, like stash houses and even international travel. These aren't just random flashy buys. They are the literal, visible signs of success. This one line highlights a really important financial idea, liquidity. The point isn't just about buying a pricey car. It's about paying $300,000 for it in cash. That signals a whole other level of wealth, one that's totally free from debt. No loans, no financing, just pure capital. And this line right here, it's crucial. A Patek Philippe isn't just a flex. It's a well-known store of value. These kinds of luxury watches often appreciate over time. So that purchase is less of an expense and more of a smart, diversified investment. It's a real, tangible asset you could probably sell later for a profit. And right here, this is where Takeoff puts a number on the sheer scale of this whole operation. He says $20 million is on his schedule. This totally shifts our focus from just one-off purchases to the massive overall revenues of a huge enterprise. Now, this all sounds pretty impressive, right? But it brings up a huge question. Where did that first bag even come from? And the song is brutally honest about the high-risk, illegal stuff that generates all this starting capital. Takeoff draws a straight line from a criminal past to his current success. The lyrics don't try to hide this at all. They're telling you, point blank, that this whole economic empire was built on a foundation of illegal acts. They're framed as a necessary, if dangerous, step to get that all-important first bag. And the song doesn't just list drugs, it presents a diversified product line. You've got different categories, from vegetables and medical cookies to harder stuff. That's the classic business move, right? Diversify your portfolio to manage risk and hit different markets. And here's the thing. The song doesn't try to romanticize where this money comes from. Not at all. Lines like, "I trap a baby," are really stark, almost confrontational. They hammer home the morally complicated and, frankly, dangerous reality of the hustle that it takes to get that initial capital. So all of this brings us to the final act of the song, which is delivered by Gucci Mane. And his verse, it elevates the whole philosophy. It's not just about getting rich anymore. It's about the ultimate endgame, achieving total financial independence and self-sovereignty. Gucci Mane's verse is more than just a great verse. It's practically a doctrine. We can actually break it down into a really clear 4-step playbook for taking all that wealth they've generated and leveraging it for absolute control. Okay, step 1. It's simple, but it's powerful. Put a price on your time. Gucci makes it crystal clear that his presence, his talent, it all has a specific monetary value.
Nothing is done for free. Everything is a business transaction.
Now, step 2 is this radical declaration of independence. By saying even an industry giant like Jay-Z couldn't co-sign him, he's basically rejecting the entire system of external approval. He's saying, I don't need the establishment's stamp of approval because my success speaks for itself.
And that leads you right to step 3, which is the logical next step. You become your own boss. If no one else can co-sign you, then who are you signed to? Yourself. That is the very definition of autonomy. He's the CEO, the board of directors, and the star talent, all in one.
And this is the final, most crucial piece of the whole puzzle. Owning your master recordings in the music business is like owning the deed to your land. It's the core intellectual property, the asset that generates wealth pretty much forever. This is the ultimate flip. So when you put all the pieces together, I Get the Bag is so much more than just a song about being rich. It's a complete blueprint. It lays out a journey from high-risk street capitalism all the way to a legitimate self-owned enterprise. And it's all built on that one single guiding principle. You never, ever fumble the bag. And in the end, the song really leaves us with a fascinating question. What are we looking at here? Is this just a celebration of extreme capitalism? A how-to guide for illegal entrepreneurship? Or is it a raw, unfiltered take on the American dream built from the ground up, completely outside of the normal rules? But no matter how you look at it, the main takeaway is undeniable. Hidden behind the beat is a detailed economic lesson, hammering home one point over and over. There is a world of difference between just having money and actively, strategically using it to build your own empire.